My name is Flavi Chama.
My name is Gideon.
Okay, my name is Andile.
Hi, my name is Grace.
My name is Tino.
Every day I come closer, so I find there's a void I just can't ignore. But I live my head. Lord, every day got closer, so
So hi guys, hi everybody. My name is Flavi Chama. So I'm half Zambian, half Congolese. I attend BCT, very Christian Tabernacle, and I am one of the vocalists. Yeah.
My name is Gideon. I'm a gospel artist. I'm part of Lighthouse Veneration as well. I sing in a nutshell. That's what I do.
Okay, my name is Andile, and yeah, I'm the bassist. I play bass. Yeah, part of Lighthouse Veneration.
Okay, so hi, my name is Grace. I am currently 27 years old and I'm a part of Lighthouse Veneration. And my role in the band is that of a singer. So I do lead vocals and I also do backup vocals. So, yes, that is me.
My name is Tino, and then I'm the music director for Lighthouse Veneration. And then on a personal level, let's see. Ooh, I love music in general. I think it's what actually draws me closer to God, as per se. Not besides the Bible, of course, mentioning the obvious, but music kind of draws me closer. I've always had that nice sense of just to worship God musically instead of just speaking. I express my prayer through music in terms of talking to God, as per se.
What inspired me to do music? Okay, so growing up, my dad, he's always been into music, right? And he was a lead guitarist. So he was a lead guitarist, right? Yeah, so that's what also like made me like music. But okay, weird fact. I don't necessarily listen to music all the time. Well, worldly music. If not, I just hardly listen to music. But I am in love with music. My favorite instrument is the acoustic guitar. Yeah, and I can play a little bit of that. Singing was by mistake. But I feel like every child, when you grow up, you always have some inspirations. For example, I was really in love with Michael Jackson's music, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to me. Yeah.
Some say it's called a gift. I call it a calling. At some point, I mean, you can choose to sing whatsoever, but why specifically sing gospel? For me, it's a calling. I feel drawn to sing for the Lord. Let's put it in that way.
What inspired me to do music? I started music at a very young age. So yeah, my brother used to play music, so then yeah, it was just a matter of joining him back then.
What inspired me to do music is the fact that I am actually passionate about music. I started singing when I was in primary school. I started when I was around 8 or 9 years old, so I've been singing ever since then. We did have a choir at school, so I joined the choir there, and then I joined the worship team here at church when I was 16. So I started singing here when I was 16. And from there, it's just been a growing passion. And any chance that I get to sing and worship God is a great opportunity for me to just showcase the talent that God has given me. So I get excited when I get that opportunity. So Lighthouse Veneration is also one of those platforms where I have an opportunity to just showcase, the talent that God has given me and just minister to people with my voice.
So my uncle used to teach music at Hillbrow Theatre, and yeah, like he used to play a lot of instruments, like he used to play everything. And then he wanted to teach me how to play instruments the way he did, and then sadly he passed away. And then yeah, it was then the dream kind of faded a little bit there until what do you call this? Until like when I was 16 or 15, then the church they were like, whoever wants to play drums can just come and join. And then they taught me everything I know in terms of drums. And then that hangout to learn music kind of started growing and growing. And then I started learning as much as I could. But basically, the whole base of what inspires me to do music is my uncle and basically David in the Bible, man. Like, yo, nobody can worship like that dude. Like, that dude worshipped God like proper. He always wanted to dwell in God's house, like nobody's business. Despite all the sins, everything, all he wanted to do was just to worship God. And I think that's what kind of worship, what do you call this, motivates me, is to just worship God. That's all I want to do, nothing else.
Wow, if one of my songs were to make 1 million, how would I use the money? So I'm very passionate about my church. So I serve here at Berea Christian Tabernacle. So one thing I would use my money for is to help, fix up the sound and just, make our sound equipment better. And yeah, just help make the worship experience better for the church. And yeah, I'd also help out, in other areas that of need in the church. And also I'm into community work, so I would use that as well for community work and the community projects that we do have here in our youth at BCT. Yeah. That's one of the things I use the money for.
How will I spend the money? Okay, one, I will first clear up any debts that my family may have. Personally, two, I would invest some of it, and then yeah, find a way to like regenerate the money to have more income and just not blow it, and maybe a little bit to charity, for charity, and the church as well. So yeah.
What did I do with 1 million? I would probably invest the 1 million. Yeah. Until I figure out what to do with it, I'll invest it first.
Make more songs. It's as simple as that.
Yo, first things first, yo, I would actually greatly reward my band. Those people have been amazing. Like, I'll greatly reward them. Those people have been amazing. They've been with me since day one when there was nothing. They've been with me all the tough times. So, firstly, I would take out my band. We go, we have fun and enjoy. Try not to blow it at the same time. And then we're gonna try to invest in ourselves as well. Invest in instruments. Yeah, get a lot of instrument and just be independent and start our own kind of like lighthouse studio to some extent. I don't know though, yeah, I've never really thought about it that much, but first things first, I would really want to invest in us, get the right equipment, everything for us to be able to reach the gospel to people the right way without struggling to, because of equipment or resources.
How did it start? Lighthouse. Well, we had to get rid of a lot of darkness in our lives, but well, I suppose from one person that was highly inspired and had a big dream, and everybody else that believed in this dream wanting to make it happen. So that's pretty much how it started.
Oh yeah, well, there was a buddy of ours called Tino. He had an idea to start a group, and we're all part of the same church. So he was like, guys, I need to start this. And we're like, hey man, we support you. That's what family does. Families support each other. So we said, hey, whatever you need, we'll be here. We'll avail ourselves. And yeah, it all started with someone imagining that he had a group, and here we are.
Okay, it started with the producer wanting to record a couple of songs because that's what God laid in his heart.
So I was on stage this other night, right, during like a praise and worship night, and then I was just playing drums that night, and then like the spirit of God was just in that presence, and I was enjoying myself. And then the worship night had to end, and I was like, yo, no, I want to play more because like I felt like I could still give God more because I was enjoying that praise and worship, like I was intimate with God. It was very nice. And then yeah, sure, the service ended, and then I started hymning something for some reason. I was just sitting on the chair that side, and I started hymning something, and then it started to come to me, and I'm like, oh God, like I enjoy doing this thing. I can't imagine myself not doing this thing because all I want to do is just to worship you. And then I was just sitting there, and then that's when Imagine kind of popped up. So when Imagine came up, and then I went to my pianist, and then I told him I hymned the thing. I'm like, this is how I want it to go. And then the melody was still not right, it was still not coming together. And then that's when I started bringing in more people, more ideas. People starting to come up with, okay, why don't we try this for the song? Why don't we do this? And then we started having the background of why I want to write Imagine. And then I was like, I couldn't live my life without God. Like, couldn't imagine it without God. And then there was a lot of people. Like, there was a lot of people before what it is now. There was a lot of people in the band, and then I had to downsize because we need to check people's hearts at the same time. We needed to see what was the consistency, everything. And then I spoke to a few individuals, and then they were like, okay, sure, let's try it. And I was like, yeah, sure. All I just need is your guys' time. And then from there we started practicing, and then we saw that this is going to go far, and we can't just let it lie. And then we started making calls to people, and then we started recording Imagine, which was really tough, but I mean, this is where we are right now.
How do we deal with the commotion as a group? We will have to like calm down, reset, and then everybody just has to keep quiet. But most of the time, we do have rules like, okay, when it's getting too much, and besides, most of us are like already adults, so we kind of like know when it's a bit too much, but you can't really necessarily like control the next person. So, yeah, as a group, I think you just have to tell the next person to like keep quiet for some time, or just take, I don't know, chill pills.
The commotion. Well, every family has its conflicts, but the wisest thing to do is to figure out a way on how you're going to resolve it. So wherever there's progress, there's bound to be conflict. So we talk it out. We talk it out. We reason together. Hopefully one of us listens to the other. So yeah, that's what happens.
Okay, how do we deal with commotion? I think we come to an understanding. Sometimes people want to play different things. Like sometimes someone wants to play another key, then another one wants to play another key. So it's just a matter of understanding which one works best.
Yo, man, yo. There's no proper way we're dealing with people's commotions in this band. There is a lot. There is a lot of, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm gonna give it to you straight. There's a lot of egos in this thing. There is a lot of inconsistency as well. Yo, and you need to remember that you're dealing with people, so time also matters. People also have jobs out there, so it makes it very tough to plan anything. And then people having, of course, different opinions on how to sing something, how to play something, and somebody not getting offended about it. Yeah, I guess I don't know there's any way of handling it. I think it's just a matter of just us speaking, and we just talk about it, and then we just try. Oh, jeez. Yeah, there's no way of dealing with commotions in this band. But we make it work, though. We make it work because at some point I need to kind of step up as well and ask them that why are we doing this whole thing? Because it's not about us by the end of the day. So when you ask the right questions, and that's when they kind of relax, and then they're like, okay, then they start talking to each other quite nicely, and then the commotion ends, and then we prosper by the end of the day. But it's really tough. I'm not gonna lie, the commotions are there a lot.
Being in the band has really opened me up to opportunity. It's really opened me up as a person, as a whole, I think I've gained more confidence in my talent, more confidence in my voice. It's helped me realize that I can use my talent for so much more. And so I'm really grateful for the opportunity that the band has given me to, broaden my horizons in terms of my talent and my singing.
How has the choir influenced me different in my daily life? In many ways. Sometimes I randomly just sing, and when I'm like bored or something, someone entertainment. But personally, how has it influenced me? It's quite healthy. It's impacted me a lot. I can't even explain it. I don't know how to explain it, or I don't know how to make it make sense. But then it's something nice. Like it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. It's a nice environment. It's nice to be with people that share the same interests as you, and yeah, like it's nice to hear someone say, "Oh, your voice was nice," and you sing like a rubbish band. It's nice, yeah.
Oh yeah, you have another life basically. You can go home, be a son to your mother or your father. You can go to school, be a student, you can go to work, be an employee, but you're coming here being a child of God, serving in the house of God. It's a whole different life. So you kind of giving back to the congregation what God has given you.
So being in the band has helped me to collaborate better with people and communicate and solve conflict in a, in a practical way. Because when you're in band, you have to solve the problem. You can't move on when the problem is not solved.
Yeah, man, it influences you. I mean, there's a certain standard that you have to uphold when you're part of ministry. There's a lot of standards that you need to uphold. There's certain things that you can't do when you're part of ministry because you are preaching the truth. You're representing the truth of it, that is Jesus Christ. So you need to represent Him in a clean format as much as you can. Of course, perfection is a really tough road, but you need to be as perfect as you can with your walk because people are watching what you're doing because you might be the reason why somebody won't believe in Christ. So there's a certain standard that you need to uphold yourself. So in my daily life, I try to do that. Whenever nobody's watching, I need to still do the right thing because I'm ministering to somebody. Imagine now I'm doing something crazy outside and then I come and then I minister, I'm playing drums, I'm praying, everything. And then they're like, isn't this dude that we saw doing this other thing that other day? And then they'll be like, oh, meaning I can also do it. And then now you just affected a lot of people's lives. So it has changed my life quite drastically. Of course, if you're talking about blessings, God has been really faithful, man. He's really faithful to the people that He has chosen basically to do His missions or anything. But He's impacted my life quite nicely as well because I've changed. I've changed, man, compared to what I was when I was still a baby. I've changed, like I really have. I try to follow Jesus as much as I can. So this ministry has been really good for me because I know that on a Wednesday or on a Friday or on a Sunday, I'm supposed to be in church. It's been a lifestyle now, so I don't have time to be doing what cliche teenagers or young adults are doing out there. So, yeah. What motivates me to keep coming for the band practices? If we don't do it, then we're not going to be inclined with each other. Because the more we play with each other, the more we connect on a spiritual level as well, and the more we come up with ideas on how to make the song sound really beautiful and as interactive and intimate as we want it to be to somebody else. So we have to practice. It's a must. It's not something that I want to do. It's a must. So it's what comes with the job, basically. What comes with the job. So we have to practice by the end of the day.
To keep coming for choir practice. Okay, so first of all, I am already in love with it. 2, I don't think I have anything else to do that's way better than this. So as in, I don't know, what am I supposed to be doing if I'm not here? Okay, being in my age group now, I believe that most people want to go party, drink, and every youngster, I don't know, but it's fun being here. It's a healthy thing. It's not be a Christian, it'd be let's just say it's a hobby. Yeah.
Oh well, I want to see it grow. I want to see it reach new heights and commitment. That's it.
Yeah, so I think practice makes perfect. So yeah, that's the only reason I need to come to practice. Practice makes perfect.
What motivates me is that this is something that we're building, and I'm a very big supporter of building things, things that are being built for a greater purpose. And I do really believe that Lighthouse Veneration is building towards a bigger purpose, and that is to minister and to touch the lives of people, that need to know about Jesus. And I think music is something that a lot of people relate to. And so the fact that we get to relate to people on a musical level, people that we don't know, people that don't know Jesus but can get to know him through the songs that we sing, it's just a really big motivation to know that we can change so many people's lives through our music. So that's what motivates me to keep coming to practice and just make sure that we're on top of our game.
If I were to collaborate with someone, we will worship. We will worship. The band, we will worship. Yeah.
I have 3 in mind. I have Travis Green. Travis Green. There's this lady. Oh gosh, I forgot her name. Is it Tasha? Tasha Cobbs? Yes, Tasha Cobbs and this guy. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. But yeah, Kayam Twitter. Is it Kayam? Yes.
Wow. I think for now, I would love to collaborate with Travis Green. Travis Green would be a number one pick for me. His songs have got me through a lot of tough times, so I would really love to see us do something together. Yeah.
Wow, I would have to say Mercy Chinwo. I really love her. Mercy and also Sinach. Yeah, I think those are one of the two of the powerhouses, in the gospel music industry, and they really do great music. So I would really love to collab with them.
Yo, man, there's a lot of really good gospel artists out there. Yo, I love Spirit of Praise. They're amazing. Like on a spiritual level, they're amazing. You can even tell when you hear the song that this is real. It's not one of those songs that it just sounds good. The melody just sounds good. It's really good for you. So like I love Spirit of Praise. Those on Bambo as well. Dr. Doom is amazing. Yo, I can't strip it down to one. Like I really can't. It wouldn't be fair. Like it really wouldn't be fair. But yeah, those on Bambo, Spirit of Praise. William McDowell as well is amazing. I love him. And I think I will strip it down to those three. If I'm speaking locally and international, I'll strip it to those 3 for now. Yeah, I'll strip it to those. It's not a fair question though.
The mission of the band is to lead people in worship, and it's to make it as simple as possible. It doesn't have to be complicated, complex, but simple, getting together and worshiping God. It's as simple as that.
What's the mission of the choir? The mission of the choir is to, or what we do is gospel, right? So the mission of the choir is to bring more souls to Christ and to save people's lives, and also in a way to kind of like bring healing and mending of people's hearts, because music is life, so they say, and I do believe it, because if there's no sound, it's silence and like that suffocation on its own. So yeah, that's our purpose, to bring more people to Christ, to save souls, and also to just enjoy and have something, to do in routine. Imagine just sitting and not doing anything. That's already depressing enough. Even though people do need a break from time to time, but that's depressing. So, yeah.
So it's just to reach people with the songs that we do and touch their lives.
The mission of the band is to, spread the gospel, and the songs that we sing are not your everyday typical songs. Like I say, they are songs that relate to people, so it's songs about your journey with God, your relationship. And the most important part of being, a child of God or a Christian is your relationship, how you walk with God. And we just want to show people that, no matter where your journey is at the moment, no matter where you are in your season of life, you can always come back to God and just walk that road with Him, walk that path with Him, and God is never too far away from you. He's always near. So we just need to realize that God is there and that we can reach out to Him, So the song that we sing really point to that, especially with the album Coming Back. It's all about coming back to God and just being where He is, Because so many people just feel like, I've done so many things, or I've been, so many places, and I just feel like God, you know, is distant from me, but He's not. He's close, and it's all up to you to reach out to Him, because He's always been reaching out to you. So it's all up to you to reach out to Him and accept, the hand that He's giving out to you. And He wants to walk your life with you. So just give Him a chance.
What message do you have to your viewers or your fans or your listeners?
The message that I have, what do you think about this? This is a very important question. The message that I have to everyone is to always believe in yourself. I think that's one very important thing that people need to do. Believe in yourself, believe in the gifts that God has given you, and use those, to change the world. And the world, I don't mean the world like, 8 billion people, but we can change the world by being better stewards at home, being better stewards in whatever place God has placed us in. So let's believe in ourselves, believe in the gifts that God has given us, and use those to impact the lives of the people around us, our society. And by doing that, we are essentially impacting the world. So yeah, that's the message I would give.
Okay, any last words, anything you want to share?
Any last words? Yeah, just yeah. Wait. I'm actually blank for this one. But yeah, last words I would say, trust in God. I think that's one of the main messages that we want to put out there as well, is to trust in God. And if you don't know who God is, just try Him for yourself. The Bible says, taste and see that the Lord is good, and I just want to encourage everyone out there, just to, try God, like He's someone that will never fail you. He's someone that really loves you, and I can attest to this because all my life has been a testimony of how God has been, so faithful and so kind and so good to me in so many areas of my life. So I just want to encourage you, if you don't know God, just, when you get home tonight or wherever you are, just go to Him and, speak to Him. He's always listening, and just pour out your heart to Him and just see what He can do in your life when you choose to trust in Him. Yes.
So I like to believe that God has chosen us to do this thing. So we are His watchmen, because our name is derived from Ezekiel 33, whereby God chooses His watchmen, somebody who's going to guide the people, warn the people of the dangers. So that's what we are on a mission of, to tell people about God, to warn people about the devil and his schemes, to make people knowledgeable, because the one thing that makes people perish is lack of knowledge. So I believe that we are chosen for this thing. So as God's chosen, we need to get the gospel to the people. And yeah, I know I'm deriving a lot now, but yeah, man, we are the watchmen. Basically, we are the watchmen. We have to do what God has called us to do, because we are God's chosen. It's a privilege to do music for God. And if your prayer life is really good as well, why not give it to people? You might save somebody's life. The one thing that I'll be scared of is when God said you could have saved this person. We're not professionals. we're really not professionals in terms musically, but we trust that our spiritual life to God, the way we connect to God, that's all that matters. So if we can get one, if we can save one life, that's enough, man. We don't need to save a million. That would be great to save a million, but if we can get that one as well, that would be great. That would make our mission quite nicely. So our mission basically is to save people and bring them close to God.
What do I have for my followers or for my fans? Guys, love, 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 just love. Just love as pure as you possibly can, because each and every person needs it and deserves it. It's just a little love, and just be kind. It doesn't take much from you being kind. I know, like I have experienced a lot of people who are rude to me, but just be kind to them. So kindness and love is very important, because love is Christ as well.
Follow Jesus with all your heart. And I say with all your heart because that's what matters in the kingdom of God. You can come to church, but if your heart is not with Christ, you're wasting your time. You need to give Christ your heart, and that's where it starts.
The message I have is that support the songs and support the album and the band, but do it from a genuine place. Yeah. Don't do it just because you were influenced by someone else. Do it because the songs really mean something to you.
Just for you guys to be expectant on what we're trying to do, because it's really tough. I mean, we could initially do any R&B, hip hop, all the cool stuff, but we choose to do gospel because we want something that impacts your guys' lives and at the same time impact us as well, because we are not perfect. So this whole journey is for you guys and us as well. It's for the benefit of all our goodness as well, because it's a community thing. This Christian walk is a community thing. You can't do it alone. Nobody's perfect. We all have to lead this whole thing. You guys can lead us, we will lead you as well. Then it's just a beautiful partnership. So my final messages would be just be expectant and that know that God is real and God will always be the truth. And nobody can take that away from you or anybody. And keep believing, no matter how hard it is, keep believing that God will come through. He always does. For his chosen ones, he always does.
No, guys, this is the Charmer. Yeah, go check me on my IG that I don't have. But yeah.
Okay, that's the interview. Thank you.
Okay.
Follow Jesus.
Oh yes.
No last.
Okay, that's it. Okay, that's the interview. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, it was so
Imagine is coming out, so yeah. Or if it has already come out, I don't know when it is. But Imagine is coming out. Oh, we have the album called Coming Back, which is going to be beautiful, talking about God's love, and it's going to be. I don't know what to say, but just be expectant. It's going to be a really good ride. Imagine it's going to do well. I hope it impacts your life. I hope it's a beginning of a journey for you to come back to God, because it's going to be a beautiful journey. So just be expecting.
Let's see, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My life without you, I thought my life was better without you. Don't